What's going on, everybody? I'm so behind. I'm not even joking right now. I am so behind on this live stream. Honestly. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Holy crap. Did anyone call a 7% pump on BTC today? Anyone? Because I didn't. Absolutely wild right now. Sorry, I'm just going live. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the show. Quite a bit to get through tonight. I want to dive into quite a bit of the charts this evening. We're going to be breaking down history. Is this move what everyone's calling it? My personal opinion right at the very start of the live stream, just to state my very clear position, I don't believe it, okay? I don't believe this is what everyone's calling it. I don't believe this is the start of the bull market. I don't believe the bear market bottom's already in, etc., etc. Some people like say, oh, well, that's because you're super salty 2-bit that you didn't get in at $60,000. Fine, all right? If that's what you think, I'm cool with it, baby. But I think it's going down. FYI, I am in a Bitcoin short right now as well from around, well, it's probably a little bit lower than where we are right now, but I still think, I mean, I'll be pretty much in the money now. We'll take a look at that as well. But market's looking crazy right now, and I want to talk a little bit and walk through history, okay? So we're going to take a look at kind of previous examples of war, how that's played out, what it's done in terms of price action, etc., 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 okay? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're brand new here. By the way, we talk about crypto every freaking day of the week. Come rain, come shine, unless I've had some sort of work event and I can't do it. But we're certainly going to be trying to break this market down, understand what's going on, and like I said, definitely get into a little bit of the detail. So make sure you share it far and wide, let everybody know that we are here. And as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's get into it. I'm going to move you here, Mr. TikTok, and so you guys can see that. Not that I imagine many people will turn up, but hey, it's okay. I'm not salty about it, TikTok. I'm not salty, baby. So yeah, look at this. This is in freaking insane right now. The weekly candle here, absolutely printing it. I got wrecked. Trump is live. Yeah, he's doing some sort of round table though, isn't it? It's not really a big deal at the minute. I want to get into a bit more of history. Fat Sonic says I just opened a BTC short as a hedge, but I think if BTC consolidates above 70, alts rip, BTC could really come down late. Well, I'm in a short position as well, by the way. So I have not the craziest one. It's definitely not the biggest one. It is on Weex.com, which I've got to be honest, I've kind of been enjoying trading on here. Oh, it's making me log in. Oh, bro, come on. Is this going to let me log in? Maybe it is. But I've been trading on Weex.com. I like it. You can obviously go to my link tree. I've got all my exchange partners over there and all that kind of stuff. So you can get involved if you wanted. But yeah, insane move on the daily candles. And what's even more crazy is the removal, or the movement, should we say, of what's going on with gold. Okay, so definitely a pretty wild event today with extensive attacks from the US and all the rest of it. Okay, so you can see here on the weekly candle, this is a pretty insane move. You can also see here on the daily candle, this is also pretty crazy, but there is some key things to think about. So we smashed through this resistance level here. You could argue that actually you can move that resistance level up to here, which has historically been a key level and actually is perfectly where we sit right now. So I think 73,000 becomes a pretty interesting place to be. Just my opinion, all right? Just my opinion. And I think if you start to then get into this narrative of saying, well, we could see a significantly higher move. Man, this website is just making an absolute disaster right now. I'm going to close it. So annoying me. You could then start to say, well, okay, is this pump genuine? Are we going to see this move? Is this really what a lot of people think? The one thing that's holding me back, that's making me question it, is, look at this, overall market cap breaking out, okay? Again, it is on a slight retracement coming back down, but you could argue that, yes, we are seeing a breakout here on BTC. If you take the alts, so these are basically everything minus Bitcoin and stablecoin, you have a shallower breakout, but still a breakout, 6%, fine. When you take the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins, what do you see here? You see the broader market is going down. All right, this is super interesting. So as much as everyone's like, oh yeah, we're going to the moon, well, it's kind of not the same. This is the ratio versus Bitcoin, which tells us this is actually a very specific move right now. It's a very deliberate move, and it's moving with Bitcoin. Pretty interesting. Others, which is everything outside of the top 10, again, it's a move, but it's nowhere near as big as I think a lot of the other moves are. So we can depict from this, in my humble opinion, that this is actually a very Bitcoin-centric move, okay? So you've got Bitcoin breaking out above 73,000, doing about 7%, Ethereum now breaking above about 8%, alts are starting to catch up. You probably need another big day tomorrow in order for this to really push up higher. And if we get a big day, then yeah, fair enough, this might move a little bit further. I'm still in this narrative where I'm like, this kind of doesn't make sense. And then we'll talk about what it is. Lucas, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you guys in here. Alex in here says XRP is doing well, as well as TJ in the house. All the fam jumping in on TikTok. Shout out to you guys. Welcome in. So let's try and walk down and talk down what is going on. Now, the obvious thing, and we'll touch on this a little bit later as we walk through the stream, will be shorts are piling in. Everyone is shorting this market, which is why you're still seeing this rip up. So if I was to just tell you exactly where I sit with this right now, I am low margin, low leverage, short, okay, which gives me loads. My stop loss is at 75,000. I lose about $100. Liquidation point $80,000. Okay, so I'm pretty comfortable right now that I don't think we're getting anywhere near the 100-day EMA. That's just my personal opinion. And if we get up there, fine. All right, I'm still in spot positions, like I said. Now I know some people will be thinking, "Oh my god, I think 2Bit's got this wrong." And do you know what? Maybe we have, but it would be the shortest bear market in history, because you'd argue right now that we're back above the previous all-time highs price, which generally doesn't mark a bull market, a bear market. Bear markets tend to retrace below the previous all-time high from the previous cycle. Okay, we've looked at that before. So this would essentially be the craziest, shortest bear market in history that's pumped the biggest whenever we've seen global geopolitical tensions. Okay, none of that makes any sense. So that then leads us to the debate of, well, who is actually pushing the market? To be fair, market likes to rally off the back of war news. It does. But it always seems to correct on the back of it as well. Oh, come on. Am I dropping frames again? Bro. What is going on? I've just like totally dropped like max frames then. Okay, am I back? Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. Saeed, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. Hopefully this doesn't just end up in... I mean, I only dropped 300 frames, so hopefully we'll be okay. All right, stick with me. Stick with me, folks. So the reality here is that, look, we need to understand if this is a measured move, if it's a deliberate move, and what's going on. We'll work some sort of time frames out, and we'll sort of play around a little bit and, you know, try and get to a reasonably good point. I'm just going to close a couple of extra things down on here that I probably don't need opening. Hopefully it's just one little thing. I'll close the Discord just in case that's going to cause any problems. Casey, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Good to see you. Don't forget, do make sure you are giving your opinion, by the way, in the chat, okay? Be really great. RPM says short it to 589, folks. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tomato says 1 day bull run. I wouldn't put yeah, exactly. And I think that's what you're getting with a lot of this as well. Like, people are just totally like, oh my god, the bull run's here. Like, we're all going back to the freaking moon. It's like, let's see what happens. Anyway, so let's stick on the charts for a little bit and let's just kind of understand exactly what's going on. Again, you don't really need me to go through the full breakdown, but you got some pretty big movers out there. Monad doing 12%, pretty interesting. You got Sui back above 97, breakout here on Sui, kind of interesting as well. Nia, no surprise, probably tells us what's going to happen with the next few days over the course of BTC, likewise with XDC as well. But what you've got here is very small moves. I mean, look at Zcash, by the way, absolutely skyrocketing around. Memes feel pretty flat as well. Gold, everything's pumping right now. Everything's pumping right now, which is, again, doesn't really make much sense, to be honest, but hey, it is what it is. Let's not worry about it too much. So let's go back in history. Let's go back to some of the previous wars and let's understand exactly what happened post those wars happening. So, for example, let's go back to the Russia invasion of Ukraine. This is 2022, okay? So we generally saw this move, although I was hoping we could get the actual month. Oh, February the 24th, okay? So February the 24th of 2022 was when the Russia attack on Ukraine happened. So let's go into that. Or what we could do actually, what we could do here is we can try and draw this out. So let's try and draw this out, okay? People are going to think I'm like a lunatic here, but let's just draw this out, okay? And then we can start to play out potentially, okay, what we kind of see. So we can now take this. You see what I'm doing here, everyone? Copy this. Right. Let's do it. Evening. I'm currently short at 73,100. Lucky. Same as me, bro. Same as me. I think I'm like 73,135 or something like that. I think it is. But yeah, same. So let's go back to February the 24th in 2022, okay? That's going to kind of give us an idea of where market cycles are, and more importantly, what happened post the Russia invasion of Ukraine. So, 2022, here we go. Look, February of 2022. Where are we? Where are you, February? We are here. So here we go. So here is the move. So February the 22nd. Let's put this line on here just because it'll make life easier if we want to come back and have a look at it. So let's put the vertical line here on February the 24th, 2022. There we go. Okay. So we'll label this. This is, let's just call it Russia. Okay. So we know what it is. So here is where Russia officially went into Ukraine, 24th of February, 2022. What do we see here? Well, initially we had the move up on the market. We then had a dump, and then we got an absolute skyraker. Look at that move there on BTC, followed by then 3 moves back down. All right. Oh, I know what I can do here, guys. Come on, people. Check this shit out right now. We're going to do this. And I want this to... Yeah, BTC. Oh, here we go, baby. Oh, is it going to let me do this? I don't want it on the 15-minute though. I want it on... Oh, look at this. Look at this, everybody. Let's do it on the 60-minute. How many minutes in a day? Oh, this is annoying. How many minutes are in a day? What's 60 times 24? Anyone know? Anyone know? Hold on. Interval. Where's interval? Settings. That is not what I need. That is not what I need. I need to change this. Although, hold on a minute. It's going to do it here, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Look at this, everybody. Right. BTC. Here we go. Look. Here we go, people. We're seeing it. Oh, man. Honestly, sometimes I scare myself that I'm that good at this kind of stuff. Okay, so this is essentially where we are right now. Look at this, baby. So this is where we are right now. This is where we are back in the invasion of Russia and Ukraine. Okay, so we need to go back here on back to February 2024. Okay, so we can kind of see this. We can make this a little bit smaller just because it makes life a little bit easier. So back to February 2024. Where's my line? There it is. Okay, cool. Right, everybody, we're sort of here now. We're making it happen. Yeah, baby. Right. Okay, so do we foresee a similar pattern playing out on Iran? So we need to understand, when did we go into Iran? Like Sunday or something, was it? So let's, it's kind of like this, isn't it? So where do we go into Iran? Like 24th, was it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was probably Friday the 27th, right? Yeah, it's probably something like that. That's definitely not what it is. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. This requires so much brain power. Yeah, I know, but it's going to be worth it. In my opinion, it's going to be so much worth it. Okay. Okay, so here we go then. We're getting there. So this is essentially when Russia went into the Ukraine. This is essentially when when the US went into Iran. Okay, you guys can see that. TikTok, you can see that as well. Okay, perfect. We're all there, right? We're all there. I think we reject around 70k or 76, but price could squeeze to the low 80s. However, it's all still a bull trap. I agree, Serge, and I want to just confirm exactly that walking through some of these. It's an entirely different dynamic because the US wasn't really involved in Russia, Ukraine, and oil wasn't as big of a factor. Yeah, but sentiment's still the same, isn't it? Do people buy in war or do they sell in war? That's the difference, isn't it? So I'm not saying that it's going to play out exactly, but generally, I think, let's put it this way, we can use more war events than we can cycles to give a view as to where things are. So I think it's just worthwhile walking it through. But this is essentially when the US went into Iran. We kind of, we had a dump, pump, dump, kind of moved to the upside, not really much, and then kaboomer, obviously on today's move. Well, what do we get here? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they are playing out pretty much similar to kind of what happened in previous war efforts, where we just kind of see this consolidation. Everyone's a little bit like, what's going on? Followed by then, a big move to the upside, which, in theory, this went from the low range here around $37,000 and wicked all the way up to the 100-day EMA, which may take us a little bit higher here on this, but interesting, okay? Oil would take, I know why there's definitely a lot of ideas for the energy, and we'll talk about that because there is a big thing coming with energy that I think is worth noting here. But again, this is kind of playing out pretty interesting as we sort of walk through this and we sort of see exactly where this sits. So that's kind of where we get to in specifics in terms of that. Now, what would be another one to look at, or another one that would be good that could influence the bigger move? Well, October the 7th. That was obviously when Hamas went in on Israel. That one was a pretty big one as well. Or not necessarily a war, but certainly a significant conflict that started on the back of it. So October 7th, 2023. What happened on the back of that? Now, again, this will have been a slightly different play because we will have been in a better or more favorable uptrend as a market. So here we go. So October the 7th. Okay, perfect. Here we are. So let's put another marker in here for October 7th, and we can put in, let's just put in Israel. It'll make sense to us while we're doing this. Okay, so what do we get here? Well, this one was slightly different by the fact that it was kind of elongated a little bit, but not in the craziest of worlds. So look, October 7th, we came in, which was a Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, followed by the big move. So we're about 6 days here on the big move. But again, what do we see? We kind of see this consolidation that comes in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, what happens next? I mean, look at that. October 7th absolutely skyrocketed BTC in the short term and actually went on to print brand new all-time highs, which is kind of crazy to think about it. The other side, when we go back to the Russia event in 2022, we actually see the price skyrocket yet again before then dumping straight back down. So I think there is this argument to say that, look, I mean, it's only two that we're basing it on right now, but you could argue, or you could maybe be inclined to say, well, look, history over the last two does generally tell us that we see a period of consolidation before then seeing a significant break to the upside. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We're seeing this consolidation here before the break to the upside. The debate is going to be how long, how high, and if it's really going to make a significant difference to where we start sitting with the price. So I don't necessarily think altcoins, and everyone's kind of in this world of like altcoins are going to skyrocket. Will we get a bull market? I mean, you will definitely get another bull market, in my opinion. Is it now? I don't necessarily believe so, but we'll talk about a couple of other things that's kind of coming on. But right now, it's a pretty big move on BTC. The big one is the weekly candle. Bearing in mind, this could always go to complete and utter doo-doo town by the end of the week quite comfortably. Again, that key resistance level, even on the weekly candles, keep an eye on it. 2-day event, yeah, we've got a breakout. Let's see where this kind of plays out right now. What am I doing? Again, not that it's, not that you should take your investment advice as doing what I'm doing, but I'm still sat on stablecoin. Like, people might think I'm crazy. Now, we bought a little bit of Pepe, we bought a little bit of Bonk at the bottom end. We didn't do anything super crazy. We've been kind of leverage trading here and there, making the moves. And look, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm waiting. I absolutely believe this market pushes down. I think if it loses 73, my guess will be tomorrow is probably going to be a short day, as in we'll see a push down in the market. Price may retest down this lower range. You would argue again, by the way, just to sort of work through this, if you were to look at it on the 2-day candles, could we see price retrace down to around $70,000? Probably that could give us an indication there that we push back down, we come down, we retest this line. That could be a signal. Lose that, my view is we probably end up back down here. And then if you argue that actually this pattern's probably playing out as we've discussed, this tends to, be a bit more of a bearish pattern that can kind of play out. So I think there's a couple of opportunities where we go. Is the Iran situation really catalyzing this market? I don't feel like it. I know that they're buying a lot of Bitcoin. I know that they're removing it and custodying it. I just kind of feel like it's not going to be the biggest mover of this particular market, but it is interesting. The point here that I would make, though, is everything's pumping right now. Bitcoin, stocks, bonds, Japanese yen. It's all going crazy, okay? Even things like Oracle that have been historically going down for literally the last God knows how long is going up today. So, look at Coinbase up. Someone was asking about this, wasn't there, before? Like, is Coinbase and MicroStrategy relatively good in terms of investment from a shares perspective? Arguably, if you think Bitcoin's going up in price, then yeah. I mean, look at that. They've just had some big old moves today simply because BTC's gone up in price. So pretty interesting if you ask me. Pretty interesting. We'll get a relief rally, then a major dump. I'm looking for BTC to hit 58k and XRP at 75 to 85 cents. Then it all goes up. Yeah, legit moves always retest and resistance and support. Exactly, Serge. So, that's kind of where I am. Yeah, exactly, Fat Sonic. I think we're all, either we've all got it wrong as a community, or do you know what? I think the bull posters are all going to end up just looking a little bit silly, in my opinion, all right? But that's what we get. So let's dive into a little bit more detail as to what's been said, and then we'll try and understand where this is going. Well, the banks thing's really interesting, isn't it? So I heard a rumor, from our sources on the ground, our connections that I have, that Trump secretly met with Brian Armstrong. Actually, before Trump put that statement out, he actually did meet with Brian Armstrong from Coinbase. Now, the nature of that conversation, who knows? But they did allegedly meet prior to that statement going out, which, could only mean one thing, in fairness. And, we've said this before, like, the Trump administration, American Bitcoin, will there be financial light? Let's just call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Trump wants some, he'll have some manure out of this if he can. And if he can kind of get this passed while he's got another 2 and a bit years in, then I'm sure that he would take that opportunity. You just proved that TA means nothing. The funny thing is, though, I know you put it in capital letters. I would probably agree with you. And I've never been an advocate to say that TA is the biggest thing in the world and that you should live your life by it. In fact, I'm probably one of the only people that say I don't necessarily think that's true. You have to look at the macro. The macro is obviously, did we suspect Iran war on Sunday? No. Did we expect Trump would come out and basically be in favor of the crypto market versus the banks? No. So, the reality is that you've got to take TA in the sentiment and then take the broader macro. It's why we always break down the macros as well here on the channel to make sure that we're trying to get a full and ultimately rounded picture. Nothing means nothing when 1 billion moves the market. Exactly. Stu, what's going on, man? AB, what's going on? Welcome in. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please do so. It massively supports the algorithm. Please do drop your comments and let me know what your thoughts are, your opinions. What are you seeing in the charts? Remember, we're a community of people here that are going to make it as a community. So do let me know what you guys think. I'll read the comments out. I'm always trying to keep up to date with what's going on. So I want your views. I want your thoughts. I want your opinions, good, bad, or indifferent. All right? Definitely get involved. Definitely get involved with the chat. Please. Be great. Okay. So this is kind of where we sit with the market, and it is what it is. We could analyze this forever, but let's get into a little bit more of the macro. Now, I just wanted to bring this tweet up, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see this. It is literally the best tweet in the world. Peter Schiff, what a guy. I mean, he's an absolute G, isn't he? Bitcoin is trading above 71,000. This is a head fake. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Sell your Bitcoin now and buy gold or silver. You can thank me later. And it's like, hey, head to shiftgold.com, your greatest place to buy precious metals. Dealers specializing in gold, silver bullion. We offer the highest overall value based. It's like, come on, Pete. You don't even hide the fact that you're like, guys, get out of Bitcoin because it's not very good. But you can buy gold on my website. I'm selling gold, baby. Come on, Peter. Come on, Peter. We're not about it, bro. We're not about it. Anyway, good old Peter Schiff. Can't wait to see he's wrong again. All right, that's going to be classic. Classic, in my opinion. Right, TikTok, I'm going to move you back over here. If we look at the charts again, I will reposition you. Bro, my entry at 77k. What? My entry at 77k BTC long. What should I do? You entered at 77k on a long. When did you enter at 77k on a long? Bitcoin hasn't been at 77k. What? Since February. Which means you've been way underwater versus where you have been as well. There, gotta run. Good luck out there. See you later, mate. Good to see you, buddy, as always. We appreciate your time. I've been DCAing from 60k. Nice. Nice. I like your style. I would slightly disagree. You can usually see bearish, bullish setups before. Well, I actually was working. Well, I am working on something. I'm working on an indicator. I don't know if it's going to be any good. And it's not going to be like one of these bits where it's like, oh, get my indicator for $50 a month. It's going to be amazing. If it works, like, I'm just going to give it to people. Like, who cares? But I was messing around with some stuff earlier, so I'll let you guys know if it works out. It'd be kind of cool. We'll take a look at it. Anyway, so Peter Schiff selling the other thing. Titan of Crypto here giving us a view, right? It's important to understand the view. The view is deja vu. The fact here is that, look, his view, as I think we all share, is that this is playing out pretty much similar to what we saw before, which generally does mean you get a spike to the upside before going lower. History always seems to repeat itself, okay? We've seen this before. When you've got RSI divergence happening here, certainly to the downside, then look, that probably then does signal the bottom. I think many of us have been saying that, look, we predict that there is one more further push down in the market. Whether this is true or not, we will have to see. And the argument that many people believe, and I think you guys said it in the chat, that, well, the 2022 bull trap played out. And look, the argument is this a bull trap that's playing out right now? Point I would always come back to the very early part of the stream is that it makes sort of no sense that we're seeing this enormous move on, yes, Iran, but actually there's no big catalyst other than, and by the way, if you think that like Trump's just announcing that the banks are going to be, falling into line is like the biggest catalyst in the world, it doesn't make any sense. Like, think about how much money's just flowing into this crypto market today. maybe people are hedging against a little bit of uncertainty. Maybe people are just like, screw it, let's just go risk on. Like, why not? Buy an indicator for a lager and a packet of crisps. Got your tomato, Pete. There is a, I mean, if I can bring it up and we can maybe try and mess around with it at the end of the stream, then we'll do it. I have all the code here that I've been messing around with. So we'll see if we can make it work or not. We'll see. Although I archived it and I don't know I don't know where I've archived it, which might end up being a slight problem, but hey, we'll find it, I'm sure. But I don't know where to look for it. Where would it have archived? Anyway, charts almost look like twins. Well, that's it. And trust me, I know what those guys look like. But yeah, where do you find? Does anyone know where you find archived on? I don't know where it's gone. Maybe it's here. I don't know. I'll find it in a minute. Shut up, RPM. Yeah, fractals can be trippy. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't generally. I'm very newbie when it comes to early parts of. I'm on, on TA. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like super clued up on it. In fairness, so yeah. But we will. Yeah, I found it. We will get into it, which I think will be important. Okay. Oh man, where is this? Like, what is happening right now? Okay, we'll have a look in a minute. So yeah, lots of people believe that, look, it's kind of playing out the same sort of story. Is 2026 going to end up being the, is 2026 going to be the big one? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. All right, we'll have to kind of wait and see. I still believe, for what it's worth, that, look, I still, I'm in a place where I think we go down, and I think a lot of people agree with me. It's good on fair ground. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, my man. So yeah, I think we'll have to just kind of wait and see how this all plays through. But yeah, gonna be interesting, if you ask me. Gonna be interesting. Okay. This is like the most annoying thing in the world. Where is it? I can't stop looking for this stuff, and it's just all going a bit crazy right now. What is actually going on here? What is actually going on here? Okay, I don't know what I'm actually doing here. I'm getting all a bit confused. Right, fine. I think second half of 2026 will be profitable. Maybe. Do you think Bitcoin go rest? What does that mean? Do I think Bitcoin goes higher? Maybe. I mean, there's definitely there's definitely an argument for it, isn't there? Is Bitcoin going to go higher? Potentially. Do I see it in the short term? Maybe. I mean, if you watch my video that I put out today, I said, I kind of said, well, look, we could even see the higher ranges of like, $78,000. Like that could be a thing. We could definitely get there if possible, but the bigger debate is, are you risk off at the moment? So I did buy a little bit of crypto, back like 2 weeks ago, something like low 60s. I'm still have a proportion of, I think 50% of my portfolio in stablecoin. The rest is still sat in top end coins, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. Like I'm still in loads of them, in fairness. So, I'm still kind of in that place really. And my personal opinion, for what it's worth, is that, yeah, I still think that we get a push down in the market because none of this makes really any sense. There's no reason why Bitcoin is kind of having this just like absolute power move right now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Now, there are some other things going on. And part of the reason why I think that maybe we've got a little bit more to go, just personally, by the way, is because the reality is that there is certain things happening right now that is probably going to shape what the next market looks like. Okay. For example, you have this kind of idea now that Kraken is going to be supported by the SEC, which is kind of great. Do you know what I mean? It's like, all right, here we go. I got it. Perfect. Perfect, everybody. I found it finally. So Kraken now is actually being sponsored, or the first crypto firm to gain access to the Federal Reserve's core payment system, securing a master account. Interesting, yeah? We're dumping. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're back above 73,200. So this is kind of interesting news as well. Remember, Ripple has been the other one that's trying to, get this kind of over the line, get this kind of Ripple Bank concept pushed through. So this, again, is sort of the moves you see happening in bear markets before you then get to the big move. But in my opinion, if the banks are going to come in, if we are truly going to see an adoption rate at a banking level, they're not ready for it. So that's why I think this is probably going to last a little bit longer. This kind of shows exactly what I was talking about earlier, by the way, which I know some of you are discussing. Shorts are piling into the market. They are definitely shorting this market aggressively. We can take a look at the liquidation levels as well. But, this is probably why, in my opinion, and if in the last 4 trades I got stopped out on were where we wicked up, got rid of all the shorts, and then price dumped. So that's why I've toned my leverage down a little bit, trying to be a bit more sensible in terms of just trying to catch some of the short trades, some of the long trades, etc. All right, not trying to do anything super crazy, not trying to get super weird on all of this kind of stuff. Just making the best of what I can. I think that's a good way to do, by the way. Just, again, my personal opinion. By the way, if you want to join me trading or get access to our trade group and everything else, you can simply click on this link. Oh, you can't even see it, bro. It's by fine. Anyway, head on over to Linktree. Look for 2bitcrypto_YT. I've just posted the link in the chat. You can see, again, we've got the alpha trading group here. You got my latest videos, and you also have 3 great exchanges, all offering you some insane sign-up bonuses from Weex, Mexi, and Bitunix. That latest, all, by the way, with 50% rebates. No one else giving you that in the crypto market at all. So definitely worth checking it out, by the way. And you also got becoming a channel member. You got the free Discord, and you've got everything else that you need. All right, we're working this out. We're building it out. It's going to get cool as cucumbers. So do check it out. That'd be great. But like I said, shorts are piling in hot right now. So again, this is something just to be mindful of. This probably tells me that, yeah, we could see some significant volatility, and we could definitely sort of see this push down in the market. If we take a look at where the liquidation map is, and remember, we did look at this yesterday just to get a feeling for what was kind of building, what was happening. You can see here, look, price has gone the complete other way. Everyone now believes price is just going to continue moving up. You can see here lower ends here of kind of what's going on, and certainly lower ends in there. Shorts got liquidated, then we go down again. Exactly that. That's been the strategy for literally the longest time, is that you see this kind of push up in the market, the longs get liquidated, the shorts get liquidated, and then down we go. So, worthwhile thinking about, in my opinion. But you can see this heavy to the downside. So again, lots of people now leveraging long. Generally, what happened. I don't necessarily disagree. The heat map is a worry, though. Yeah, I mean, look, exactly. I mean, Ethan, we're all in this view where we think mostly we're probably going to see a push down in the market. The shorts get liquidated, and then we cascade up into the short term. Yeah, well, that's exactly what we've kind of seen today, isn't it? I mean, look at the shorts today, by the way. It's not very often you see nearly $500 million in short liquidations. Like, think about that. Think about that. It's a lot. $500 million in shorts. You never really see that. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah. Good news-ish. Good news-ish. No Hype says, when we go down again, I'll add to my bag. I don't know why people buy on green days. No idea. And you can't tell people not to do it. I mean, God, we've been talking about it for ages here on the channel. Don't buy the big green candles. It's definitely not a good idea. Interesting. By the way, the latest on the banks, just FYI, I thought this was a pretty interesting statement. Eleanor Terra here giving us a view, saying new bank trades are coming out against Kraken FX master account approval. The bank policy says Kansas City Fed ran the board's public comment period, violated policy on seeking public comment when it intended to make significant changes to the payment system. The ICBA, on behalf of the nation's community bank, says they are very concerned by the approval because they see crypto as a risk. Boy, the banks do not want crypto, do they? They do not want any kind of crypto, like, in any kind of financial markets. Like, it is wild, if you ask me. Scotch knows what's going on, bro. Welcome in, pal. Good to see you. So, yeah, granting non-bank entities and crypto institutions access to master accounts traditionally limited to highly regulated insured depository institution poses risks to the banking system. Yeah, we're good, mate. Thank you. Thank you so much for the heart me as well. Getting that daily heart me in. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Green days are the days I'm chilling, just watching. Exactly. Especially when you've got a 7% move on BTC. That's crazy talk. Like, why would you be trading that or even buying spot positions at 7% up. Now, the reality is people will, because they're all going to go, oh my God, the bull run's here. We've all missed it and it's all going to go up. And then what happens is, as per the last two previous ones, we'll probably get a retest back down to here around 69,000. Like, this is the thing. This also, by the way, is where you get the strategy of just being sensible, patient, and making the decisions that are right. Banks out there, transactions aren't on chain. I mean, that's true. They also claim as well that obviously with the the FIDC and the AML, that they are, regulated to oblivion. It's like, you literally make money off other people's money. Like, what are you talking about? Crazy bankers. Get it? Get it? Crazy bankers. Oh, that was funny anyway. I thought it was funny. So anyway, yeah, this is kind of lining up pretty interesting as we walk through here. Again, I absolutely believe this market's going to push down. Doesn't mean that we can't, rally a little bit more. Doesn't mean that we couldn't see a consolidation at this high range. Doesn't mean that we couldn't see a bit more movement sideways. But I still think when you get a move of this magnitude over 7%, Ether 8%, it generally does correct. Generally does correct. Got my 5% of my last purchase notification front. Nice. I like it. I like it. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel or hit the follow button on TikTok, I highly recommend doing it. Remember, we're here 6 days a week, breaking this market down, trying to dial into the stuff that no one else cares about, making sure you are plugged in to the market. We cover TA, we cover the news, we cover macroeconomics, futures opens, everything here on the channel. I mean, boy, there isn't really much we don't cover. So, yeah, make sure you hit that follow button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget, join our totally free Discord. Link is in the bio to my link tree. It's going to have all the access over there as well. So, yeah, get involved. All right, highly recommend it. Okay, good. So, there was something on my mind and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to show you guys this. And now I've totally forgotten what it was. And the trading bots, by the way, that I did set up, they're not doing anything at the minute. So it's kind of almost like not really worth showing you guys. Because they're not really doing anything at the minute. But when they do something, then I will show you it. Can I log into this? Maybe it is. You buy at 145 if you sold at 240. I mean, that's true as well. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, I've been saying that, the reality here is that we sold out, or certainly some of us sold out at 108, 109 on BTC. It's like, all right, cool. Well, that's why I'm kind of not stressing it at the minute, really, because even if BTC went to 80K, it's still lower than where I sold. So you're like, all right, cool. Do we believe that we're going to have a bigger move in the market? Do we believe this bull market's going to move up? Well, if we do, then fine. Like, it's cool, isn't it? Like, I'm not stressing it. I'm not stressing it, bro. Right. Okay. I think I can show you this. I did actually remember my login, but like I said, nothing's happened at the minute. So, or at least I don't think it has. Yeah, nothing's happened at the minute, but I can show you it anyway. So this is, I'll talk a bit more about this when it's actually doing something, but yeah, this is a new beta version of a AI like trading bot that I know you guys have been kind of thinking about. It's the same people that made the chart prime stuff on here that I use. So this like optimal tuner indicator, all this kind of stuff. But so yeah, you can see here I've got 3 bots that are open at the minute. One is doing on the 4 hour, one's doing the 4 hour, one's doing on the 30 minute. I may even change them. And the problem you've got though is while price, because I'm not in a position, they're looking to buy low versus high. And obviously the price right now is sort of skyrocketed. So you can see here, look, it's tried to do it and tried to buy little bits and pieces as it's kind of gone through. So yeah, so I like I said, when they actually do something, I'll show you guys a little bit more detail because it could be kind of fun. And if they're good, I'll get you guys access to it as well for free, I think. All right. I mean, why would you not subscribe to the channel? Just my opinion. You laughed at crazy bankers, but not at you saying doo-doo. Get out of here. Get out of here. Rice says XPL submitting is only the first step. SRP. What's that? Cases in the house. Got to load up without sentiments, brother. Yeah, that's true, mate. I'm down for it. Like I said, I did hold on to some of my top-end coins, so yeah. I told you we were at the moon season, Chris Moore. Chris Moore, be careful, bro. I mean, maybe we are. Like I said, it's hard to depict where this market is. Big geopolitical tension, Spain, the UK, the US, all kind of crazy, but yeah. which is kind of wild. So yeah, we'll see. I think I'm all right. Message you crypto wise. I'll probably get on with it. And by the way, if anyone ever tells you to message you on a TikTok, don't do it. It just means they can't get their own community. Join our totally free Discord, link in the bio. That's where you want to go. Just my opinion. All right, just my opinion. Not fulfill the full position, but it can try with bigger amounts of money. That's true as well. That's true. But yeah, I mean, 73,319 is interesting. I would rather chance long on the... I mean, look, longing a market, generally speaking, is a little bit easier than shorting a market, I think. Always feels a little bit uneasy doing that, but yeah, we'll see. 15's about I do the same. 5, I go heavy, and 5, and then, yeah, I do whatever. I mean, like I said, it's all about patience, in my opinion, having your strategy, buying when you think it dips, making sure that you're not just FOMOing all in and, all going a bit crazy. Just doing the kind of right things. That's how you kind of do it. So yeah, definitely relief. Then lows again. I'm thinking, yeah, 100% shorting is harder. Yeah, I agree. Because actually, emotionally, you're kind of not invested in that short as much. That's why sometimes, if you are shorting, by the way, literally just flip the, yeah. Casey, it's a matter I'll sort out actually. Yeah, like you can be in a world where you just flip the chart around and try and do it from a trade of a long positions and short the market, which is kind of interesting, but that's kind of where you get to anyway. I mostly only do it on big candles and small time frames. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think whenever you're trying to trade off a move like this, you want to just be in low margin, low leverage, like give yourself loads of wiggle room because, don't forget, they're going to go hunting shorts. They're going to go hunting certain elements around this. So you just have to be mindful of what this looks like, by the way. Just like I said, just my opinion anyway. For what it's worth, might not be worth anything. Okay, so that's kind of where we sit on this. I really want to try and put this indicator in. You can just do it. How do I do it? I feel like it's down here, but I think I might have taken it out. Anyone remember? Is anyone kind of good at this sort of stuff? Oh, here it is. It this? No, it's not this. Anyway, I buy into 5 monthly, but not touch the other since I took profits of the time. I mean, that's it. Like I said, I'd definitely rather be in there. How do you feel about World Limit Financial? I'm still holding on to my World Limit Financial. I'm kind of secretly waiting for them to bring some sort of staking or some sort of reward benefits for it. Don't forget, USD1 is essentially now skyrocketing as the potentially biggest stable coin out there that's been used broadly. So what do I mean by that? You could argue that with Trump where he is and World Limit Financial where it is, they could certainly start to position that. So I'm still holding. I probably should look to add to that position because I did get, well, I think I didn't buy too high, but did probably buy a little bit. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I mean, you look at where it is. Where is it? Where's World Limit Financial? It's up here somewhere. So 1079, that's not the worst price it's been. Arguably it's not great. And this is probably the low end of where we are. So you kind of say, well, if World Limit Financial is going to do something, if Trump's really going to kind of actually get pro-cryptocurrency, which in my opinion is market structure bill signed off, strategic reserve, the actually going buy something and add to that reserve, then yeah, look, I think World Limit Financial could end up being some sort of gateway with liquidity exchanges that could support it. So, we could definitely sort of see something like that. I think what's interesting right now, though, is you have the entire Trump administration and Trump family trying to push Bitcoin, trying to push cryptocurrency. Trump coming out with the market structure bill saying, hey, screw the banks, like get on with this kind of stuff. You've literally just had, Tomato Pete, this one for you, breaking news coming out of Eric Trump here, saying that, let me make this very clear, big banks, think JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, are lobbying overtime to block Americans from getting higher yields on their savings while trying to block any rewards or perks from being given to customers. Remember, the Trump family don't care. They got debanked by many of these people. These banks and others pay rock bottom rates on standard savings between 0.01 and 0.05, even as the Fed pays them 4% or more. The massive spread fuels record profits, which is almost non-pass back to their customers. I mean, it's fair play. Like, you guys know my opinion of the banks. Next time you see a big bank dropping billions on a shiny new Midtown Manhattan HQ, you know exactly where that money came from. The non-existent interest rate that they pay you. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I mean, look, they're gonna push for this like big time. They just broke I think like 6,500 Bitcoin in American Bitcoin as well. Like, that's gonna be one to watch. That'll be another interesting share price if if and when the price of BTC moves back to the upside, like American Bitcoin, all these kind of coins are going to go pretty wild if you ask me. They're going to go pretty wild if you ask me. So yeah, it could be interesting. Could be interesting for sure. Their own protesters. Well, exactly. I mean, it's kind of wild, isn't it? No hype, I'll do it all, but 20% bag splitting across exchange and platforms where you're... Look, I mean, I've always been this people. You know, everyone that says, get every single bit off an exchange, not your money, not your crypto, blah, blah. All right, cool, I get it. But actually, you can get some real benefits from using exchanges. Like I said, you got Mexi, they're offering 15% on stablecoin right now. You can get it with Bitunix. Again, you can get it with Weex. They're all offering some kind of benefits. In my opinion. Need to create a script. Once saved, you load from custom indicators. Oh, yeah, but how do I save it, though? Open Pine Editor, log into TradingView and click on the Pine Editor tab at the bottom of the screen. I have the code and stuff. Where's the Pine Editor tab? What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Where's the Pine Editor tab? Anyone know? I don't know. Anyway, basically, I've asked it to kind of work some things out. I mean, it might work, it might not. Who the hell knows? I don't know, but where's the Pine? Where do I find the Pine Editor tab? Oh my god, this is going to be like, this is just going to be ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous. Is it here? No, I've literally never looked at Weex coin, but honestly, it's not a bad buy. If you can afford it. Oh, I haven't looked. They've got their own personal coin on their platform. I didn't even know that. In fairness, I didn't even know that. But yeah, fair play. Fair play. Oh, it's not this. Well, I know it's lower market cap exchange token. I mean, some of them are all right. I mean, I remember like the BitGet token that came out, and you know, there was a few others one that came out. I mean, some of them are okay. I mean, technically, when you've got BNB is like the Binance one, you're like, oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. WXT is a ticket. I'll take a look at it. Take a look at it. Okay, so what do we got going on right now then in the price of BTC? Let's go to the 30-minute chart. Let's just kind of see what's going on. So again, we've been talking about this line here. It is actually holding on this line. Pretty interesting in fairness. This obviously up around $73,000. We've said this is probably going to be a key point for the price of BTC. I think hold around this kind of range, you're probably okay. Lose this kind of range, then yeah, I think we're heading back down here, which would be a nice little short, and certainly probably, you know, feels like my ideas. Right hand side about 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is? Have I missed something? Paul, what's going on? It's spread across different ones. I even stake on my cold wallets to break it up. Yeah, well, look, I do that. Jesse's in the house. As Pine Editor is easy. Jesse. Yeah, I've got the code. I just want to try and put it in and see what happens. It like tracks and does like a number of different EMAs and all sorts of crazy stuff. So I have the Pine script here. I have it in my hands. But I need to know where it is. I just need to know where to find the Pine Editor trading view. Just realized you guys weren't even looking at what I'm looking at then. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. Here we go. Yeah, so look at that on the 30-minute, by the way. Pretty interesting, right? We need to see that kind of break above and then move on from it. Put the code. Yeah, where do I put the code in, Jesse? Where do I put it in? What is the Pine Editor? I don't even know where that is, bros. Come on, help me out. That triangle on the right-hand side. Oh, is it? Oh, I tell you what, you guys are fucking class. Bro. Okay, so how do I do a new one? Editor settings, new tab. Do I need a new tab? What has that done? Okay. It's kind of got everything on there though. I don't want anything. I want a new one. It's got like, this has got literally every single thing on it in the entire world. I just want a new one. Or do I have to just add it to the bottom of it? What is going on here, people? What is going on? By the way, if you just join in, we are trying to just input some sort of new indicator. I don't know if it's going to work. I've got to be honest. Yeah, okay. So click on the Pine thing. Click on the title. Where the hell's the title? Oh my God. I am create a working copy. Edit this code. The script is a read only. New window, new tab. Man, I am such a noob when it comes to this. Oh, there. Okay, create new. Okay, got it. Got it. Indicator. Paste. Publish. Before publishing your script, you must add it to the chart. Add to chart. Has it worked? Oh, no. The value assigned to the source parameter in TA VWAP. Oh, my God. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. 1. Does that help? Publish. Save. Oh, it has worked. My new indicator. I don't know if this actually work or not. Oh, no. Syntax error input TA. Oh my God. What does that even mean? What does it mean? Drop it on the title and create a new code. Okay, yeah, I got it. I got it. Oh, maybe it's in there. Oh, no. Okay. Does that help? Publish. Save. This is like way harder than it needs to be. Way harder. Like, it's just like, come on. Just work. Anyway, send me the code. Okay, let me try and Jesse. I'll send it to you on Discord. Yeah. See if you can make this work. There's an error in the code. Yeah, I know. I am accepting that right now. This is the problem. You see, I like to think that I know what I'm doing, but actually, I'm an absolute maximum noob when it comes like this. We cannot see what you're doing. Yeah, I know. It's fine. I'm just gonna send it to Jesse. It's easier. Jesse, make this code work. Does that work? Does that look like something you can use? So it's going to take the VWAP, moving averages, RSI, and a couple of other things. So I don't know. I've sent it on Discord anyway, Jesse. See if you can make it work. See if you can make it work. Okay. If we can get it to work, by the way, I think it'll be pretty cool if it does work. But by the way, Jesse, you can't steal it, all right? It like comes in, it's like 100% success rate on all the trades. Everyone's going to be like, oh my God. Oh my God, 2-bit. Jesse's like, hey, join Jesse's trading group where you get this amazing indicator. It's only like $16. And I'll be like, Jesse, come on, bro. What the hell? Anyway, I think it needs some like, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. I think it needs some values adding to it and stuff like that. That's the problem. That's the problem with it. So be cool if you could get it. But yeah, it takes things like VWAP, moving indicators, and all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I try, you guys can see this, can't you? So if I delete that, paste, publish, add to chart, save and add to chart, it like goes, hey, no value assigned to the source parameter in ta.wap. What would the source parameter be? Anyone? Jesse has done a runner with your code. Yeah, no, can you tell me about it? Jesse, send me an invite to your trading group. Everyone's joining Jesse's trading group. What the heck? But yeah, what would that be then? I don't know what that would be. What would be the number? Like 30? Oh, has it worked? Has it worked? Has something happened? It's got a big line through it. Why has it got a big line through it? What does that mean? What does that mean? Why has it got a big line through it? The only perps decks like Solana is okay. Yeah, we're not that get out of here. Get out of here, Brandy. Will one of the moderators take care of that, please? What does it mean when it's got a line through it, everybody? What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean, everybody? I don't know what this all means. Make it make sense. Oh man. Anyway. Has it done something? Do I need to turn? Should we just turn all of these off? Off. 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 Custom. Oh, hey, look. Oh, okay. I see what this is doing. All right. Oh, yeah. It kind of is doing what I asked it to do. Okay, Jesse, give me my code back. I don't need it. How do I minimize this? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's do that. Oh, there we go. There we go. So it's been a bit weird that it's down here. So what I wanted this indicator to do, OPF, what's going on, by the way? Just to kind of give you guys a bit of a flavor as to what was happening. It clearly needs a bit of work on this. But The idea being is that when you get a cross of the blue line to the orange line, which is the moving averages, that it would tell you that this is essentially a bullish move, and that actually then the bullish move would then form part of that bigger move. So you can see here that it kind of is correlating. Right now, obviously, this is sort of indicating that this move is a strong move to the upside. So we're waiting for this to kind of break down, but it had like way more into it, but it's kind of interesting actually. Yeah, VWAP. Where's VWAP on purple? Why is it like down here? I don't understand why the indicator is like way down here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, bros. So yeah, so that was kind of the idea, but I don't know where VWAP is. VWAP's kind of gone a bit crazy, but anyway, I can mess around with that a little bit of another time. And Jesse, I don't know if you can make it kind of work a little bit cool and have a little bit more dynamic look. Be kind of nice. I think he's one indicating the rest of his market structure to me. Right, fair play. Crypto Mac in the house. What's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, that was kind of the concept behind it. Was it was gonna, it's kind of gonna give us an indication as to where we can potentially see certain moves forming. For example, when the 21-day moving average goes above the 200 moving average, whether you get short-term EMAs above long-term EMAs, specifically at shorter time frames as well, and sort of see it. So again, for example, if you were looking to potentially short this market, we're looking for a confirmation in order to make this trade happen. So we're looking maybe on like the 5 minute, like right now, look. So the kind of idea of that new indicator will be like, yeah, this is potentially going to be bearish. The 1 minute chart, yeah, I mean, you'd argue this is probably still looking like it may go bullish a little bit, but 5 minute chart right now, is the 20-day EMA going to cross the 50? What does it look like? Should this be a long, short, whatever, right? Aliens made crypto go up again. Sean, you absolute legend. I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, that was kind of the idea of what it could look like. Yeah, this is how I made a working copy of Market Cipher. Oh, nice, bro. Jesse, if you Jesse, can you do? Someone did message, by the way, and I promise I will come back to you. But can you do? I think I might have asked you this before. Actually, is it Python that's on Telegram? But maybe not. Ray's in the house. Yeah, Kronos. I mean, is Kronos doing anything? Maybe DG in the house. What's going on, buddy? DG, you free in about 25 mins for Wednesday night show? If you're free, Vern's going to be on here and we're going to be vibing. So if you're free in about 25 minutes, my man, I will invite you up and we'll start talking. I asked the bloke down the pub for financial advice. Probably the best way. So yeah, I mean, look, Kronos having a move, 3.5%. It's in line with the rest of the market. Nothing nice, mate. Nothing super crazy. Is it Python code on Telegram to be able to do that coding stuff? But someone did message me, so I will definitely get them back. I mean, look, my personal opinion on Crow, and I've been pretty bearish on Crow Coin for a while now, is it has all the money in the world. It's got ETFs, Truth Social, all this kind of crazy stuff, and it's still not doing anything. I mean, technically, all right. Okay, let me take that back. Technically, right now, that's a pretty interesting structure for Crow. It is kind of doing something, isn't it? It is kind of doing anything, but history always says this particular market structure, triple bottom playing out, tends to zoop, 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 zoop. Tends to, all right? Tends to. Where would the measured move be from here to here? Is it potentially going to come back to 2 cents right now? If the market gives up the goat here on the 5-day chart, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I'm not super crazy on Crow. I just think there's way other better altcoins right now than all. I mean, I think BNB is a better one than Crow. And I know people would say, well, BNB is $600. It broke 1,100 in the top end of the bull market. So you're like, well, 2x on that. I don't know if Crow's going to get to 20 cents anytime soon. To be heard from my brother today, he said he probably won't be able to find the time to do coding for you. Sorry. All right. Tell him I never want to see him on the show. Anyway, I'm only kidding. I don't know what the exchange tokens on the others, what Hype claims to do. I mean, we've been looking at Hype for a while. It's definitely something I have been conscious of potentially looking to get a position in. I haven't taken a position in it, but yeah, it is something that I thought I had Hype on here. Might just be a noob here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, probably something that I'm interested in. I mean, inverse cup and handle. I mean, if you were trading this, like we just said, You were in this. You would absolutely be like, look at this hype invert. Well, in cup and handle pattern here on the 5-day, push to the downside before back up. The measured move coming from the top to the bottom. Hype. Where's hype going to break out from here? 690. Hold on a minute. No, the measured move is that way, isn't it? Because I'm a noob. Where does that look for? 130 potentially on hype bull market cycle. Could be. Just saying. If the caveat passes as in a crypto that considered a security. No, crypto will be considered a commodity under the CFTC and Michael Saylor. Wow, the coder's version of I don't want to go out with you, but I want to still be friends. Oh my God. Love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm not reading that out, but fine. Yeah, I get it. So, Beebs, you were saying about oil. I mean, oil is kind of an interesting one right now. I mean, I know some people, I just don't trade anything else. I don't buy anything else. I just don't have the mental capacity to start to mess around in other areas. But, I mean, you could argue a short on oil may be coming up. Maybe. I mean, the problem you've got at the minute is it's all the US, isn't it? I mean, I watched Prime Minister's Question Times today, or little snippets of it, where it was like, Keir Starmer's like, yeah, we're sending HMS Dragon out to support the Strait of Hormuz to keep global oil moving. It's like, yeah, it's in Portsmouth right now. All right, cool. How long is it going to take to get from friggin' Portsmouth? So I know the US has kind of said, look, we're going to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. I actually did see the days that we could go without oil for like US is like 200. China, I think, is like 100. There is, some pretty interesting things that are going on right now. Let's see, oil days. Let's see if we can get this. So I think as long as it kind of stays open, then it's probably all right. But yeah, here we go. Asia oil reserves. Japan, 254 days. South Korea, 208. China, India, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Actually, if it's all playing out as Trump thinks it's going to play out, and then it all ends up lasting only like, a week to 10 days, it's probably going to be fine. It's if this kind of goes longer that's going to be a problem, in my opinion. And that's maybe where you start to get into this kind of place of, well, we probably do need to potentially start to think about what that looks like as a more broader structure here on Bitcoin. But I mean, where are we at right now? BTC is, I mean, it's still rallying. Like, it's pretty wild. You definitely feel like they're trying to liquidate positions out there and, take the longs out for sure, in my opinion. In my, very humble opinion, by the way. Just my view. China needs to get into the, well, I mean, that's true as well. So we'll see. I mean, maybe that causes a problem, but yeah, we will see. The Iran-US war just broke the global economy in 4 days. I mean, it hasn't really, has it? Let's just be fair. Now, there was, interestingly enough, someone told me about this. Let's go to fidelity.com. Because someone said to me, hey, have you seen the fact that Fidelity are now pushing cryptocurrency on Fidelity? And I was like, no. On their homepage. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but partner in helping you bring live experts you can trust, blah, 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 blah. Fidelity. Okay, crypto. They released a recent statement, right? We know crypto. There we go. Look, learn the basics. I thought they brought something out. Maybe it's under news. Let's have a look. News. Let's have a look at news. Oh, wealth management insights might actually be it. Oh my God. Come on, bro. What the heck? But yeah, it's interesting because you can definitely... Oh, here we are. Look, yeah. So here, boom. AI crypto more on March 12th. Explore what these trends mean for investors. Insights from Fidelity Wealth Management. How to stay invested in volatile markets. Okay. Market volatility, uncertainty. It doesn't really talk specifically about cryptocurrency. Someone told me that was here. I thought maybe it did have a specific narrative around the cryptocurrency world, but it doesn't feel like it, does it? Market roundup, March 2nd, 3 years to be invested, blah, blah, retirement and planning, comprehensive wealth planning. Yeah. Interesting. Oops, I totally missed that. So it means that I need to verify. There we go. Right. How is a Chinese made pound made from the $20 sold to long as 60 and then sold to 120? Well, it's an interesting statement. What I feel like we need longer to explore. Dogecoin leading the meme coins again. I honestly think I only saw this fading away. I guess not. I mean, maybe the meme coins come back. It's just interesting that you've got these, bank positions and, everyone else sort of trying to position themselves in this market. And you're definitely going to see some sort of crazy stuff going on the back of this. Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to the freaking moon. We're going to the moon, everybody. Let's go. I mean, that is another thing. Who's paying $120 for a pan in Walmart? It's kind of wild. Some people are, though, aren't they? If you think about it, some people are going to buy a pan. Why are we talking about pans, by the way? Good on, Vern. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in, my man. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Like I said, if you haven't already hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, definitely check it out. Also, like we said, don't forget, check out that link tree. If you want to get some of the most insane bonuses, sign-up rewards, all that good stuff, go and check out the links on the link tree. Look for it. @crypto_YT. Also, check out the links in my bio as well as the description. You will get it all there for your guys. And if you want to get some access to our trading group, our trading materials, our bots, simply become a channel member here or follow the link on the link tree. It's about $11 a month if you do it through the link tree, and it's about $7 a month if you do it here through YouTube, and you get access to that, right? Dead easy, dead simple, and you get a cool little thing next to your name as well. People need to eat and need a good pan. I mean, that's true. I mean, I've got some pretty nice pans, I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty good pans. And pans. Get out of here, pans. Yeah, no dramas, Fern. We're all good. We've got a bit of time. But Daniel's going to join us, I think, as well, which is going to be cool. So don't forget, I'm going to be live on TikTok with none other than Mr. Crypto Vern a little bit after this show. So yeah, stick around. We're going to be hanging out right now. There's 150 people in the stream right now. So shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Likewise, let's just hang out for a bit longer. Let's see what's happening with this move. BTC is certainly bouncing pretty aggressively here off this upper support line. Very much in a key area of volume as well. So you'd argue a little bit here on price discovery short term. But yeah, I mean, this kind of move's been pretty wild, hasn't it? It's been a pretty wild move. Let's take a look at CNN futures. They're always interesting. They give us a bit more of an interesting look on the markets, by the way. So let's take a look and see what CNN are giving us. Let's see what they've got. Let's give it to us, CNN. Give it to us. Pre-markets are here. Let's look at European let's look at Asia, actually. So Asia, again, now interestingly, Asia was down last night, and actually markets did push down. Asia sold off last night. Look at the Nikkei down 3%. Hang Seng down 2%. Shanghai Composite down 0.98%. Shenzhen Composite down 0.75%. Wow. There's definitely an idea that Asia is going to sell off a little bit. European markets, they look like they're going to buy the fucking dip. Holy crap, they look like they're going big. So interesting enough, Asia, down under in Australia, lots of those markets feel bearish right now. US, Europe, feeling very strong. Very, very interesting, actually. Very interesting. All because of oil. I mean, that's true as well. And this is the thing, though, that I think lots of people don't necessarily, a lot of people don't necessarily think about. It would only take one oil tanker to get blown up in the Strait of Hormuz, and that would be it. It'd be like, nope, no global oil moving. Everything's going to grind to a halt pretty quickly. GT says, I think the bank should ask for no leverage in crypto, and we get the yield from stables. Boom, every playing field. I mean, that's true. I just think they should get, you can't be in a world where the banks are dodgy anyway. They can tell me what you want. I just necessarily don't really agree. I think it's all nonsense. So I think we looked at this, didn't we? Big four banks UK profits for the first half of 2025 were up 23% to £5.2 billion for Barclays, while NatWest recorded 25% increase today at $4.35 billion. HSBC reported a 2025 full-year pre-tax profit of $30 billion, a 7.4% decline from the previous year due to notable items and rising costs. How much did Coinbase make as an example? Coinbase 2025 profits. Despite the softer fourth quarter, Coinbase reported a full-year revenue of $7.2 billion. Think about that. HSBC made more money, profits, than Coinbase turned over in revenue. So you could argue that you would say, well, yeah, but it's not fair. I just think there should be this like innovation support, right? Let the crypto market come in. Let people do what they want with them. Add some sort of regulation and support, which means you can't just be some random exchange that comes out of nowhere and offers like 100% yield on stablecoins. Like, that's insane. But at the same time, you got banks making billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars every single year. You know, Jamie Dimon can say all they want. They need competition. It's just not true. They want monopolies. Just my personal opinion, by the way. Okay, dead quick. Commodities, energy markets look like they're going to be pretty interesting. Crude looks like it's going to go up again. I mean, it might drive the market higher. Like, who the hell knows? Brazil, cryptomania. What's going on, buddy? I think Trump is suing JP Morgan. Yeah, isn't it for like $50 trillion or something insane like that? The Navy is no more, so we can continue commerce as usual. Yeah, but they can do like mines and... I mean, some people say that the Navy's not gone, but yeah, interesting, I think. One of the only times I would prefer to short time gain over long term. I mean, at the minute, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's all up for grabs right now. This market is wild, though. I mean, this is pushing hard. Like, BTC's up 7.5%. Like, think about that. It's fucking crazy. Ethereum at 2163, 9%. That's a pretty bullish move. What have we got in the short term? What are we seeing here? Like, let's talk about it dead quick as we're sort of just walking our way towards the next move. I mean, you got a little bit of a kind of, you know, a little bit of a kind of pennant here forming, maybe. Maybe. It's a bit more broad than it is long. You know, is that going to give us a little bit of a move? Is that going to give us something, maybe? Or have you got something a bit more... well, I mean, you kind of not really... It's kind of not... That's definitely not a... Yeah, you're probably in that place, aren't you, right now? Probably in this place right now. Retest here. Rejection from 73,550, maybe. Selmo, get your cryptocurrency off exchanges. Sorry, I don't know if people think why I keep biting my thumb, but I've got, what do they call them? Is it cuticles or whatever it is? It's like come down. It's really bugging me. Really bugging me. Your RSI indicator says it's not done. I mean, yeah, down here, the chart prime indicator, yeah. Yeah, definitely feels like this is about to wick back to the upside as well. Probably turn green on its way back up. Mambo land non-stick. Wayne in the house. What's going on, Wayne? Yeah, I mean, look, that's on the 15-minute right now. 5-minute chart, even more crazy. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, you know, technically this is, you know, downward trend. We got the reversal, the V pattern reversal coming in here in the 5-minute. Oops, I did not mean to do that. You know, is that gonna be the wick? That's the breakout. You know, breakout probably sends you higher. 74K retest, maybe. Man, are they suppressing your TikTok? Yes. Well, I don't know, mate, to be honest. It's all a bit wild. It's all a bit wild. It's been bad all week. I do think TikTok's hard if you're not, like, engaging with people. I do think that's a bit more difficult. But, you know, right now we've got, like, nearly 135 people on the YouTube live right now. So, not saying that I am, you know, deliberately ignoring TikTok. But, yeah. It's just, like, TikTok's just a bit wild recently. Will be interesting if we get close to 74K. I mean, that is true right now, yeah. We're going higher, I think. Well, let's see. Let's see right now. I mean, look, this is the kind of key bit we're playing out right now. Don't be afraid to ask questions like Holmes. Can't remember the last time I asked one. Yeah, I don't know where Holmes is. So many people come and go on this stream. Honestly, what's the consistent? See ya, baby. So many people. I mean, people leave, they come back. Nikki Callie never came back. I mean, I don't even think Tim's here tonight. Tim's shunned us for, I mean, Tim's probably out buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, but hey. A final push before the big drop. Mark my words. Yeah. Viva la Bacon's here. Let's go. Viva la Bacon. Oh, Tim has been here. Okay. I mean, I'd be surprised if Tim wasn't. Tim is like the OG legend that there is. Yeah. I mean, look at this. Rejection now coming in. I mean, we could probably tighten this up actually a little bit, couldn't we? Tighten that up a little bit as we're here on the 5-minute. You know, giving us a bit more of an idea as to where this pattern's playing out. But yeah, arguably that's kind of what you've got right now. Maybe starting to come down. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, interesting right now. Interesting. Real Timbo Slice. What a legend. What a legend you are, my friend. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome. Hey, if you're an absolute look at this dump right now coming off the top. Well, look at that. I tell you, sometimes we are definitely getting good. 530, you good? Level up TikTok. Not playing nice. Yeah, I know. It's wild, isn't it? It's wild, but hey. What can you do? What can you do? I'm still here multitasking, listening, and using VR. Get it, 37. You set of legends. Yeah, look at this. Interesting. So we might get, we might get a stop out here on the VWAP, on the V-shaped recovery. Losing the 20-day. Look, are we coming back down to retest this low range? Maybe right now. Bitcoin rejected off that topper line. Again, this could be, this is kind of where you're looking for potential move here right now. But what could be interesting as well is if you got rejected at this point, where would that take us right now? Where would that take us on the 5? Where would that look as a potential break back down? What, to like 72K maybe? 200 EMA? Maybe. A good clarity is not better than the okay clarity. We need perfection. That's true. No, Michael Saylor is making Bitcoin an asset for all of you dumbasses. What? He's making Bitcoin an asset for all you... Okay. What? Well, didn't you come in and didn't you come in a minute ago and you were kind of all right? Philip, what's going on, my man? You legend. Do you think there will be another dip or will BTC keep rising? I think there'll be another dip, personally. How can you have preferred commodities? I am not sure. I'm not sure what you mean, by the way. Where has all this come from? Like, what the heck? Hopium for it to come back down again. So you have to be a bit clearer here. I am confused. I'm trying to keep up with about 19 different chats. Do you mean that you don't think it's coming back down again? Try without being too offensive. Give your answer. I was cooking with a good pan. Love it. I think he's criticizing you as an investor, but it's not legit. Okay. I mean, I have no idea, to be honest. Everyone is entitled to do what they want. That's my personal opinion. If you've been an investor in cryptocurrency over the last, let's say, 6 years, and you haven't made any money in the last 6 years, you probably need to move on. That's my opinion. So yeah. I've been called young for ages. No one ban him. Let's keep him. Keep him. He said I was young. Yes, a young punk. I love that. It's an American-made pan. I love that. Hey, no one's called me young for a long time, so I'm down for that. Keep him around. He's making me feel better about myself. I think he's making me feel better. Bowling VR, band horror, 37 is just absolutely gaming to the max. Gaming to the max. Love that. He's called me young. No way. We're not about anyone. Anyone who calls me young gets to stick around. I don't care what their opinion is. When you are a 42-year-old dad of 3, you need, anyone that's going to tell you that you look young. Great. Contract tomorrow up 10%. I mean, right now is a 17% move in 2 days likely? No. The laws of average would say that that's not possible. Is it improbable? No. Sorry. Is it impossible? No. Is it improbable? It's very improbable, in my opinion. So, I think we could see. We'll probably see what we got today, which was Asia markets look like they're going to sell off. Obviously, some slight nervousness around oil, Iran, whatever else. Probably around semiconductors and all that kind of stuff. Are we then going to see the European markets look like they're set to buy, and America looks like it's set to buy again, which is kind of wild. So yeah, maybe we see it, maybe we don't. We'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, pretty interesting move today for sure. ETFs. Did we look at ETFs? We didn't look at ETFs. Let's take a real quick look at ETFs. I heard BlackRock were buying quite a lot. Being crypto, Serge, I'm 42 and I feel like a teen. Yeah, I know. I'm 42 with 3 kids under 6. That's never a good idea, by the way. Love my kids to pieces, though. They're amazing, but yeah. Pretty wild, if you ask me. Pretty wild. Although I didn't tell you guys, did I? I didn't tell you guys. My son He is just turned 6, by the way. Had his first proper football match last Saturday. Like proper as in linesman, referee, team from another part of where we live. Like proper match, right? Proper match. He was brilliant. Scored 2. Probably the player of the player of the match. Well, he's amazing, honestly. I actually think he's really good. He just doesn't like to go out in the cold. But he was really good, actually. He's got another match at the end. He's only 6, by the way. Another match at the end of this month as well. But yeah, he crushed it. He crushed it. Vern! Okay, yeah, I'm going to get you guys up in a minute. In fact, I could probably just bring you guys up. Thanks, Vern. And you guys can start, and then I'm going to join you when I finish here on YouTube. So let me just sort that out. Yeah, fitting crypto, honestly, yeah. Honestly, it's really good. I'm 30 and I feel like a granddad. Bro, I feel like that every day of my life. Right, what do we get? Yesterday, another big day, by the way. 225 on the ETF inflows. I didn't check the wallets of BlackRock, but they may have been buying big again today, by the way. So we'll see. Yeah, BTC is coming down a little bit. Definitely losing the 20 and the 50 there on the 5-minute chart. 15-minute looks a little bit more in line, but yeah, playing out pretty much how we said. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, by the way, in my opinion. Yeah, look at this. Stream Element saying, have you subscribed to the channel yet? You should definitely be subscribed. VR YouTube is good. Can watch 2-bit on the cinema screen, 2-bit IMAX. Oh man, I never really got into the VI thing, to be honest. I won't lie. Never really got into it. It's not been my scene, but it feels like it could be quite good fun. Selling at a loss is like giving the slot machine its money back. I mean, that's true as well. That's true as well. Like they always say, especially when you've been top end assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, you know, I didn't sell a lot. I sold a little bit of XRP. You guys know that 146. So I'm still technically okay on that. I'm still below where I sold. And yeah, like the, 108 on the way down. So, but yeah, look at this 5-minute chart now starting to play a pretty interesting, pattern. Do we get a little bit more bullish move here? Maybe. Definitely interesting here on the broader time frame as well right now. Okay, said it'd be creepy out someone watching me on VR, especially when they say they're multitasking. That's true. Yeah, 15-minute now. This probably does feel like, I mean, you could even argue this right now. You got a head and shoulder pattern playing out. I bet if you went to the 30-minute, it starts to play out a nice little head and shoulder look. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder forming. You know what then generally happens? Oop, come down. Probably retest the 20. So, yeah, I think the short right now here on the short term is probably the right thing. I think we'll see where this plays out. Like I said, you can short with me on Weex.com as well as checking out the link tree with everything else. All right, worthwhile. But yeah, feels like this is kind of playing out, in my opinion. Feels like we've got a, got a short playing up. No markets are even open. We all know about M's and W's. Oh, dear me. But yeah, that's what I would say. Longer time frames feel less, volatile. Fatsony says, I aren't shorting. Who's shorting then right now? Who's shorting? Is it Curtis? I'm in a short right now. I thought you were in a short, Fatsonic. I thought you told me you were. Yeah, I mean, look at that. The 4-hour chart still holding up, but it's still, it's a little bit of bearishness here. So we'll see. Still a little bit of give on the 4-hour though. Still could push higher. Hondo hooked up with Binance. Yes, it done anything today. I mean, Hondo, I was considering actually buying a little bit more of Hondo, but again, I'm just going to wait and see. I feel like I can't buy right now because my thesis is that I still think this market pushes down. So, I would be almost invalidating my own thesis by buying Bitcoin or cryptocurrency right now. I need to just kind of wait and see. But yeah, I mean, Canton may chuck up an opportunity once again. Look at this bottom of the range right now. If you think market may get a little bit more moved back to the upside, 100-day EMA on the 12-hour, Canton might push back to the upside. We'll see. I did a small hedge. I did close it because it looked like a risk to reward was going to be. Yeah, that's true. My hedge is my long stop loss. All right. Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. Wall Street says non-farm payrolls numbers this Friday seems interesting for crypto. Well, it depends what it comes in as. What's the numbers looking like? I haven't checked it today, actually. Let's check it real quick. Non-farm payrolls is expectation of a previous 130K view will be 50,000, 59,000. The consensus forecast 70,000. Wow. Significant decline. That would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? DG said he bought Canton today. Nice. Well, let's get you guys up. Marty with a $5 donation says WXY pattern, content trend to 74.80, then dump to 50.49, capitulation to the bear market. Like it. Yeah, you align us. Content trend to 74 to 80. Yeah, I've heard lots of people talking about 74 to 80k. But the viewers down to 50s to the 49k. Man, low end of 39s. Low end of 50s pretty wild. Right. Okay, I'm just going to flick YouTube and invite some people up on here. And then I'm just going to finish out the stream. So Vern, where's Crypto Vern? Here he is. Let's invite him up. Plus guests. There we are. Vern, I've sent you an invite. So accept the invite. That'd be great. Wall Street says 59k seems low, so it might be interesting if the report says, I mean, that's true. That's true. I do think, I think a retest potentially 62 to 60. Like I said, I think it's worthwhile being able to move and adapt your buy point, your strategy that comes in. We've never been in a world of saying below. I've never been a 30k advocate in a million years. Never, actually. So, yeah, we'll have to see where we get to. Sonic, I'm just waiting for 55 to 50, then putting a 5-digit long trade. Man, 50k would be wild if we got down there. Has Vern disappeared? I just sent him an invite. Come on, Vern. What the heck, bro? What the heck? Every time, I was thinking that we were starting to peel off a little bit on YouTube, but man, we've been consistently about 160 people in tonight. Shout out to everybody tuning into the live. Appreciate it. 2bit is Ondo's biggest threat in companies creating their own coins for tokenization. I think its biggest threat is not getting the treasuries market and ETF market on chain. That's what I think. But the more and more I look at it, the more and more I see the news pop up around it, I actually think Ondo is quietly building a little bit like Ripple did for so long. And then I think they're just going to come out with like loads of bullishness and it's going to be like, oh my God, Ondo's just like broke $1 and no one saw it coming. What is causing the pump? Well, you got a short squeeze going on right now on the leverage position. Everyone was shorting the market. We looked at this yesterday, like shorts were loaded last night. Nearly $500 million in short liquidations in the last 24 hours. You've also got a little bit of a hedge against, nervousness in the war. I think lots of people have kind of gone this idea of it's going to be a disaster. It feels like it's not. And Trump came out and basically said the banks are scamming everybody and that they should pass the Clarity Act pretty quickly. So all kind of, pretty good news in fairness. Jesse said, if anyone smashes the like button, it would be cool. Yeah, it would be way cooler, actually. Canton Network has DCCC clearinghouse approval. Yeah, I think Canton's going to be good, Matty. I do. We've been talking about it for a while. Pete says, ADA, XLM, XRP, HBAR, great choices. In my opinion. Set alerts, set small orders, build doesn't have to be exact price cut. Yeah. I mean, look, the big thing I learned is definitely get your trades set up, get your market structure set up. That's the way to do it. And if you are, if you're ready, then you're good to go. And if you don't, then it's bad news. So, anyway, right. Let me bring Daniel up as well. Daniel, I'm going to send you an invite while I just finish off the live here on YouTube. I have sent Vern an invite. Oh, there he is. The man himself. Daniel. Look, everybody, I'm just going to show you to YouTube. There, look. Everybody, look. There's Daniel in the house. Oh, you can't see him. Sorry, everybody. Let's do it. It's like we're in the Matrix right now. Oh, my God, look at this. It's all gone a bit wrong here. It's all gone a bit wrong, everybody. 1 second. We're in the Matrix right now. There we are. What's going on, bro? It is wild. Oh, the chat's saying welcome to Daniel. What's going on, Daniel? Let's get it. All crushing it, yeah. All vibing right now. So let's Wonder-K is on the chat. All sorts on the chat. Guys, jump over to TikTok right now. You can find it dead easy. Simply go and type in the chat TikTok and look for 2bit crypto. I think it's like UK or something like that. I can't remember. But go find me over there. We're going to be talking cryptocurrency with none other than the man himself, Mr. Daniel Gate. You can also find the link, by the way, in my link tree, which again gets you over there. Come and join us. It's going to be epic. We had a great show last night. Hopefully Vern rejoins. I don't know where he's gone. But yeah, that's going to do it here on YouTube. I'm going to be back tomorrow, as always, bringing you the latest and greatest in the cryptocurrency market. Go and follow Daniel Gayton. I'm going to be talking with him live on TikTok. Come and join us. It's going to be epic. As always, we'll be back tomorrow night. So don't miss out. All right. It's definitely going to be worth it. All right, everybody. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. We'll see you in TikTok very soon. Peace out.